Hey, Read Ready Ears, how are you? This is Coach Dawn, and welcome to another episode of Real Talk Just for Coaches. And I'm excited as always to be before you guys to provide you information, tips, data, research, questions, answers, pain point resolutions, all that good stuff. Because we are the podcast for coaches by coaches. I like saying it. And there's really nothing out there really like this, and that's really exciting too. And I'm happy to be able to really bring you real talk. There's no pretense. I don't sugarcoat it. I come straight, no chaser. Just about all the things that we as coaches we might experience, whether it's how to generate client leads, how to deal with imposter syndrome, how to build a great network, um, just all kinds of information and tools and tricks and tips and sharing, just sharing what I'm learning to help you on your journey as you're either developing your own coaching business or coaching practice, or if you're an internal coach and maybe you coach for a particular organization, just having some information, real down home, just like it is. I want to be able to provide you, um, to be your sounding board, to provide you information. And everybody's experience is different, but I do know that there are a lot of common things that we as coaches experience. And I want to help you in those areas, and I want to share with you whatever I can to help your journey be a little bit more um, easier, or just to help you navigate some of these pain points that we as business owners and we as career coaches, professional coaches that we go through. So I'm always excited to have you guys here. I see a lot of you are downloading. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That means a lot. If you can also like, I would appreciate it. Please like. I'm I know my actual conversation today is going to be around, freebies and how they suck and what we can do so that they don't suck so much. But I do want to admonish you, we unfortunately with social media, it is about likes, it is about hearts, it is about comments. And the unfortunate thing is that if you don't like or comment, then it kind of screws up the algorithm for all of us who are on social media. That's why, if I follow people, I definitely make sure I like, I definitely make sure I comment, I definitely make sure I share, because that's how you help people on social media. And so I do ask you, please, if you would be so kind, is to please like, please share. And I do appreciate all the downloads. Like, that makes me feel warm and fuzzy, because it means that the message is getting out there and that you guys are finding interest. And to me, that translates that the information I'm providing is helpful. So thank you. I appreciate it. And if anyone would like to call in, I know sometimes it's hard, especially today. I know people probably think I'm crazy because I know it's the day before Memorial Day, and I'm sure people are cleaning and preparing food to cook for tomorrow. And yes, we're doing the same thing too, but I kind of started mine early because I did want to do the podcast for tonight. So, without any further ado, so if you would like to join in via phone, if you have a question, if you'd like to share your information, the telephone number does change weekly. I do use Google Hangouts, so you are more than welcome to go to Google Hangouts. If you're on Spreaker, which I hope you are, and it's Spreaker.com, and you can find my podcast, Real Talk for Coaches, and you can look in the chat and you can click on the link. It'll bring you directly to the Google Hangouts, or you can call the number 505-738-3034 and use the pin number 763-753-140 hashtag. And again, 505-738-3034. use the pin 760, oh, I'm sorry, 763-753-140 hashtag. And you can call in and you'll be live with us and you can ask your questions. If you need a little coach or coach mentoring, hey, this is a great time to get some. And this is free. And we're gonna be talking about free, okay? But this is free. When you call in, there is no charge, other than any kind of, I guess, whatever telephone system that you use. Your carrier might charge you, but for the most part, if you have internet service, it's VoIP, so there should not be a charge. But I can't guarantee it because I don't know what system you're using. But at any rate, I do hope if you have any questions, you'll come in, and if you want to chat, if you're here, you can always click on the chat and ask your questions, and I can see it there too. So today's topic. Oh gosh. So there were two posts I saw this. One I saw maybe about 2 or 3, no, 4 weeks ago. I saw a post 4 weeks ago, and I saw another post from a different coach that I know and that I follow, and she put in her women's group. She posed a question. So I'll start with the post that I saw in the coaching group is for Black coaches, and it's on Facebook. And someone had posted in the group, and they were just venting about their pain point, how they hate when someone gets free information. So they'll do, I guess, a discovery session, or they'll provide some free information, a free coaching session, and then that person goes and hires another coach, or either they'll go and talk to other coaches. And after they get confirmation, they'll come back to that person. It's like, I'm not taking you on as a client if you do that to me. And my take was a little bit different in that situation. My take is, I look at it as just like if you go to the doctor and you want a second opinion. You might pay the doctor, you might pay a fee or whatever, you might pay a copay, but you might go and get another specialist input, pay that too, and then go, okay, which doctor do I really want to go with? And then you'll make a educated decision. And I kind of likened it to that because I look at it from the standpoint of, okay, if somebody is coming to you and you're giving something free, you're giving them the opportunity to try you before they buy you. And I think that that's not a bad thing. It could suck. It definitely sucks if they hire somebody else, but then you have to look at what did you give? How did you give that particular coaching session? Or was this a matter of a personality type of thing? And I liken it to shoes. I liken it to shoes. And the reason why I do that is this. Not every shoe is for everybody. Like in my younger years, I could wear some like 6-inch stilettos. Now that I'm older, 6-inch stilettos aren't really that great for my feet. I could do some 3-inch or some 4 inches, but 6 inches are no longer in my in my wardrobe because I'm older. And the reason why I liken coaching to that is because every client is not going to be for you. And for me, when I do a free discovery session, which I have no problems doing, I don't necessarily get upset if a prospective client goes to another coach because I feel like I'm going to give you the best that I have. And if that wasn't good enough for you, then I'm not the right coach for you. And I also look at it for me, like, does the client have no. Is the client's problem something that I have the expertise to work with? And so for me, that discovery session is a two-way street. It's not just for the client, it's also for me because I want to make sure that that person is coachable. I want to make sure that I feel like it's a good fit. I want to make sure that I feel like I can help them. Now, I feel 95% of the time I can help you, right? But there's still that percentage where I may not, and that's okay. And so for that particular situation, I'm like, I think a free discovery session definitely makes sense because it gives you the opportunity to feel the fit for you and your client. And seriously, if the client feels that they connect with you, they will come back to you. That's a good thing. And I even encourage my clients. I'm like, hey, if you're not sure if I'm the coach for you, go and test out other coaches. I have no problems with that because I know that's not a reflection on me. Because, like a really nice pair of shoes, you know, there are certain shoes I love and they will be great and they'll make me look good and make me feel good. And there's certain shoes that's not for me. But that doesn't mean that those shoes won't be good for somebody else. It's the same thing with coaching as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just giving you a little bit of a simile, a little metaphor. Um, for me, I feel like it's a good thing because it works for me too. So I don't mind giving free coaching sessions. The first one. I always say everybody gets one. But with the next situation, one of the coaches I follow and I know very well, and she had posted, people love for you to give them stuff free, but they never want to pay for it. Now, to me, that's another topic. That's a whole different situation. So with the first one, there's a certain expectation. I know I'm giving this for free. It's a try before you buy. If it works out, cool. If it doesn't, it's still cool. And about 80 to 88% of my discovery sessions become a paid client. 80 to 88%. And I'm doing my data, because I keep track of all of the discovery sessions that I do and how many of them become converted into clients, right? So I feel good about that number. That's a nice amount of people, to say 20% or less don't become a client. I think that's great as far as I'm concerned. You know, so but the other situation where you provide free. Like if you go to my website, I got tons of free tools. Sometimes you might have to sign up for the newsletter or you might have to sign up for some information, but there's a lot of stuff that I provide free. Like I said, I do my discovery session as well, which is free. When I do my podcast, if people call in and they have questions, if they want coaching on the spot, if they want mentoring on the spot, that's all free because it gives you the ability to see if I am a fit for you, to see what the experience is like to coach with me. And that way when you purchase a service from me, I personally feel you won't have any regrets because you kind of know what you're getting. You feel good about it. You know how I am. You know if my approach is going to fit with you. Now, there is a difference though if I'm giving all this good free, but then you don't want to pay. And so I want to address this from two different angles. First, that does suck because you're right. Even when I'm talking to my students and part of my coach training program, you have to have 20 um, um, coaching sessions and you have to have about three paid sessions or two paid sessions. You have to have two paid sessions and 20 coaching sessions altogether, right? And so my students, one of the things they say is it's really hard to get people to pay. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. But there are many reasons why that's occurring. Okay? Um, you have to look at a lot of different things when it comes to the fee, asking for money, and why people will come to you for free, but they won't pay for it. The question is, what are you giving them that's free? And that's where I think one of the mistakes that we make as coaches. What are you giving? If you're if you're giving a premium service, why would I have to pay for it? Yeah, let's hold on to that pregnant pause for a little bit. So, and that doesn't mean that when you give a freebie, you're not giving quality because I know and you can judge it. You get to get coached free by me. You get to ask your questions on the podcast. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and LinkedIn and all that good stuff, or if you're part of my coaching group, you know you have access to a lot of free information. If you're a Read Ready site member, you have a lot of access to free information. They are quality. Everything you get, you can use. It is applicable. It is helpful. I've done some of the legwork for you, but I have not done all the legwork for you. And I think that sometimes makes a difference because what my clients know is that, okay, Dawn has given this tool for free or this platform for free, but I know that when I pay for it, the free stuff gets enhanced tenfold. So what happens is you could go, say, to my website and download information. You can have a free coaching session with me. But in order to really get to the nitty gritty, the meat, the potatoes, the 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 be all, you're gonna have to pay for that. And it's less work. Now, while I've taken some of the sting with the free stuff that I give, there's still a sting. There's still work that you have to do on your end because you don't have my guidance or my coaching to go along with it. But those of my clients who have done the free and then they said, you know what? I want to hire Dawn. And then they hire me, right? After they hire me, then this big light bulb goes on, and they go, oh, and then they actually know how to put in practice a lot of the freebie tools. Now, and again, the difference would be it might take you 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year before you can really understand and use the tool. Maybe somebody could do it in a week or two. Who knows? It depends on how much effort you put in it. But if you get the coaching that you pay for or the site membership, which you pay for, plus the tool, you get to apply it immediately because I created the tool. I'm validating the tool. I've used the tool and other coaches have used the tool, and we have gathered and collected data on the best ways to implement the tools and the free information and all the good stuff that you might glean when you have a coaching session. Like the accountability that you get. You don't get the accountability with the tool. You only get the accountability when you pay for the service. Does that make sense? So I look at it, everybody. I really look at it from the standpoint of what are you giving? I do believe you give above and beyond. I do believe you give quality. I do believe that whatever freebies you give should make a huge difference and be a huge benefit to the individual, right? However, however, it's not supposed to be your premium service. It's not supposed to be the thing that you charge other people for. So the thing about my freebies is that anybody and everybody can get the freebie, right? But the things that my clients pay for, my freebies don't get. You will never get what the client pays for because why should you pay for it if you get it for free, right? What is the term when they're talking about people who are just dating? Why buy the cow when you can drink the milk all you want at no charge, at no cost, right? And so I look at it from the standpoint of, you know, we could date, but if you're not willing to marry me, well, okay, I'm not the one for you. And I look at the same thing with coaching. I can give you free stuff, but I'm not going to give you the cookies. I'm not going to give you the goodies unless you pay for it. And I think that's where a lot of coaches kind of I guess slip up is that they're giving so much. And there's nothing wrong with giving a lot because I give a lot of freebies. I give tons and tons of free stuff. And I don't have any problems doing it. But it's still not the free stuff. It's still not the paid stuff. And the free stuff is enhanced. tenfold when you buy the services that go with it. And it really makes a huge difference because you're not doing it on your own, and there's a relief to it, and there's so much that goes with it. So it is really about finding that middle way. Yes, do freebies, they don't have to suck, they really don't, but your freebies should not be better than what somebody's going to pay for. Why should I pay for it, right? um and so, yeah. And also, it's about your own boundaries. How much are you giving away for free? Like, I do pro bono work, but I go, okay, I might do 5 to 10 hours a month, but I don't go past 10 hours a month of freebies of pro bono work, I should say. Um, there's a limit to how much the free is going to be, even though it's a lot of freebie, even though it's quality stuff. There's still a limit. There's still a portion that's reserved for those who are willing to invest, those who are willing to hire me, those who are willing to be married and not just date. And I think the next thing is about the expectation. I think that a lot of times coaches have this expectation that because I'm giving you all this stuff free, you will hire me. And I think for me, I'll talk about me. I can't speak for any other coach. But for me, I don't have that expectation. I give just to give. I'm like, look, I want you to understand what it is to coach with me. I want you to understand what my approach is like, what my personality is like. Is this a good fit? Because when you hire me, I want you to feel like and know that you have done the right thing by yourself, for yourself. And so I don't have any expectations. Either you hire me or you don't. And my feelings are I've given you the opportunity to make that educated guess or that educated decision. And therefore, if you've decided I'm not the coach for you, that's fine. I'm okay. Because, see, that opens up the door for my cream client and your cream coach. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And so I look at it from the standpoint of this is a benefit to me as well as you by giving you certain freebies, but I hold no expectation. You could use it or not. It's okay with me. And I think when you let go of the expectation that they're going to hire you, there's a relief to it. Like, for me, there is a huge, like, I'm like, okay, I ain't gotta worry about it. If they hire me, cool. If they don't, it's still cool. Because if they hired me and weren't happy, then that's a whole nother battle, and I don't feel like dealing with it. And I know that the prospective client is not going to want to deal with that. So cool, go your way, I go my way, and I'm here. I feel like you might come back later. And that has happened to me. Like, I've had a client, I have a couple of prospective clients, I should say, who they got their try and buy. They was like, okay, this is great. And they went to some other coach. They did coaching with them for, however many sessions. And then, like, a year or two later, they came back and they're like, I had another coach, and, something about me coaching with you that free time, that one time really stuck out. And, I decided to come back and give you a try. And it could be like 2 years later, a year later. And it's fine. Like, it's perfectly fine. Because sometimes you just, as a consumer, you need to know what's right for you. And sometimes you need to go through the experience so that you feel good about your decision. And it's not personal. And I think that's the other thing that I would invite coaches to do is not take it personal. It doesn't mean that you weren't a good coach. It doesn't mean that you did something wrong. It just means that that person is exercising their consumer right to do their own due diligence. And I would say, think about yourself. When you are a consumer and you're out there purchasing things, don't you sometime get a second opinion? Don't you sometime try a couple of different avenues before you make up your mind about something? I mean, you have that right, right? So for me, I don't take it personal. I think that A consumer has the right to do their due diligence. Um, and the other thing I would say about it is that, just understand what you're giving for free and that you're not cutting into your services that people are paying for. And another thing that you have to recognize is that, you know, if people, if the people that you're giving freebies to or who you're giving discovery sessions to can't afford you, but they get a great benefit from your free stuff, they're not going to pay you. They're just not going to pay you. And so you have to put boundaries up on how far are you going to extend yourself. So let me give you an example. So one coach, well, prospective is a prospective client who is a coach, and they did their discovery session with me, and they wanted coaching around branding, and they wanted coaching around how do they build their social media following. And I'm like, okay, and they wanted to know what I did. And I said, well, I could tell you what I did and what I'm doing, but everybody's experiences are different. And if you want me to coach you around your brand and what you need to do, I would highly admonish you to hire me as your personal coach. Now, as far as what I did, and then I went into what I did, but I didn't give all the meat and potatoes. I gave a little bit of information. I didn't necessarily give all information. I gave some of the stuff that I did that has been helpful, and I maybe gave one or two of my mistakes and lessons learned, which I'm actually going through now and implementing things in a different way. And so I explained a little bit and then I had my boundary. Now, and if you want to know more, if you want to learn more, then you need to hire me. I had another coach who, I said, you could pick my brain. And she and I had a great conversation. And I gave her a lot of information on doing your LLC and blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, that's information that you can Google. So I didn't have a problem providing information because it's pretty common knowledge if you feel like Googling it. She could find it out anyway. And so in that particular case, I gave her as much information that I could because she was in a different state. And so some of the laws might be different, but I gave her enough information to put her on the right path for her to do what she needs to do in her state. And I felt good about that. And now, if she's interested in hiring me, she's going to go out and test what I've told her, which is what I want her to do. And after she does that, maybe in a couple of months, maybe next year, who knows? She'll hire me. But I've already did the groundwork and I gave her quality information. I made her life a little bit easier. And so she knows when she tests the water that I'm qualified to give her the information I gave her. So again, when you're giving your freebies, it doesn't have to suck and it doesn't have to make you feel crappy because someone didn't hire you. It's about what type of information you're giving and where your boundaries are and not tapping into things that people will pay for. And I hope that makes a lot of sense to you from that perspective. Um, and it does suck, or I should say, it can suck, but it'll suck a lot less when these types of experiences happen if you manage your expectations. So one, manage your expectations. Two, don't tap into your paid services. Keep what you're going to do for free that's relegated to everybody. However, only people who pay get the deeper stuff that you have. Keep up those boundaries. All right. Um, and I think those are the major points. I think I covered mostly everything. You know, just keep those things in mind as you're doing this. But yes, it can feel horrible when somebody else hires somebody else, but another person hires another coach. But my point to you is that every coach isn't for everybody. Every client isn't for you. And sometimes, especially when you first start, you feel like you gotta take on everybody and you don't want to leave nothing on the table. And but I have learned the hard way actually that yeah, it's okay. If you want to hire somebody else, it's all right. I I'm good with it because that just means you weren't my cream client or you weren't the client I needed and I wasn't the coach you needed at that moment. Timing is everything, y'all. Timing is everything. And don't look at it as a loss because I'm telling you from experience, I have had discovery sessions and freebies and all that good stuff just for a year or two later for the person to come back. So it is never a loss. And even if they don't come back, it is okay. It really is. It really is. But I understand it sucks. It stopped sucking for me once I implemented, the tips and information that I just expressed to you is to really know my boundaries, to not have any expectations, to set the expectations and not tap into my premium services when I'm giving things for free. Quality and premium are two different things. You will always get quality with Read Ready, and that is something I pride myself on. All my freebies have great quality and I do use them in conjunction with my paid services. Don't get me wrong. But I don't mind giving the free stuff away because you will get a better experience with the paid service in conjunction with the free service. And I've set it up that way so that yeah, you can still be successful using my tools. You can still be successful with a one coaching session that you might get, but you can be phenomenal and your success can come a lot quicker when you do the paid services. And therein lies the difference. And that is what you hold on to and that's how you build your fee and free structure. But you also have to keep in mind that if a person can't afford your service, then you have to ask yourself, do you want to lower your services or do you need to find people who can pay for your services? And they won't mind paying for your services. If you could get it free, you're going to get it free. People love free. You damn skippy. If I don't have to pay for it, I'm not going to pay for it. And that's okay. But at the end of the day, if you show them the value of paying for your services, they will pay for your services. I have not had that issue since, like, people not paying for my services since I changed my mindset about it. What do I want to get out of doing my freebies? What do the freebies mean? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. What do the freebies mean? So I'm going to kind of stop there and I'm going to pick it up after I do a quick announcement. So I'm not done. So, don't think this is the end of the conversation. I do have more to say, but since it's kind of like the halfway mark, I wanted to kind of just give some reminders. One, if you have not signed up for the Read Ready virtual retreat for coaches, I do hope you will. We are doing a virtual retreat. It's going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And yes, virtual. And it's going to be the 11th, September 11th, September 12th, and September 13th. And this is going to be a phenomenal event. You're going to have workshops, you're going to have seminars, you're going to have a discussion panel. We're going to have vendors selling products online. They're going to have their own, we're doing it on Zoom, and they're going to have their own room so you can pop in and you can listen to some of the vendors and their conversations and to them talk about their products and you can learn about the different products and services. Right now, we have signed up. Oh my gosh, so many awesome vendors. Let me see. So far, I can tell you we have Zipporah Lioness. She has My Daily Choices. She has this awesome product line of CBD products. Great, great stuff. Oh my gosh, I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee, and I got her CBD coffee. Oh my gosh, it was so good, y'all, so good. So she's one of our vendors. We have the Traveling Vineyard. Oh, and this is another one. I've had her do some vending events in the past. One, she is a great wine guide. She can help you pair up anything. Yo, did you know you could drink great wine with popcorn? Oh my God. And did you know that certain wines go really well? I think it was like a Chardonnay. It goes really well with a citrus type of food. Oh my God. Because it actually makes the wine taste sweeter. What? She did these great demonstrations. And so, it was a great, if you ever get the opportunity to do Kelly's Traveling Vineyard live, oh my gosh, she does a phenomenal presentation that you will love. Um, but she's going to do a virtual one for us, and it's going to be phenomenal. And she sells wines, and it's beautiful, and the wines are delicious. Like, they're delicious. So we got some great vendors coming up, and I'm still working on vendors. Quite a few other vendors that I'm getting signed up. So excited. Of course, we're gonna have paparazzi. We're definitely gonna have paparazzi. So this is gonna be a great time for you to get some shopping therapy in. And we have some phenomenal coaches who said they're gonna be part of this great event. We have Cassandra Moore from The More You Know. And we also have Deirdre Suggs from Beautifully Empowered. Both of these are phenomenal coaches who specialize either, I know that Cassandra specializes in leadership coaching, and Deirdre specializes in entrepreneurial and business coaching. And two phenomenal coaches, and we're still building our repertoire. I'm in conversations with different coaches that will be providing services for that weekend. And we're going to have a discussion panel. We're going to talk about the coaching industry, what it means to be a coach, the distinction about being a professional coach and not a TV coach, and not someone who's just a public speaker who call themselves a coach, and they're not really using coaching. You know what I mean? And so we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about what does it mean to have your own business. And we're going to talk about internal coaching. How do you become a coach within an organization? And professional development and certification and credentialing. And we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about networking. So we're going to have a great discussion panel just for coaches. And then we're going to have our morning workshops are going to deal more with business things. Again, starting your business and generating leads and all kinds of things that are related to how do you maintain and expand and start a winning, solid, profitable coaching business. We're going to talk about branding. We're going to talk about social media for coaches. We're going to talk about getting what you need on a shoestring budget and networking and collaborating. So all of that is going to be in the morning. And then in the afternoon, the workshops are going to relate to you as a person, you as a human being needing self care. And we're going to talk about, dealing with those mental monsters, managing your mental monsters. And we're going to talk about creating your vision using a vision board. And we're going to talk about creating affirmations. And we're going to talk about mindfulness. And so you're going to have different workshops that you can participate in, where you can learn something, where you can grow, where you can become the coach that you want to be and the human being that you want to be, as a coach, and so, and then oh my gosh, almost forgot. Then we're gonna have seminars, just regular seminars and smaller breakout rooms and discussions where you can brainstorm, where you can pick your coach's brain, where you can ask your questions, based upon the different topics that you select, right? And we also have two group events where everybody joins in. And one event is really about burying the Superwoman, Wonder Woman myth. And we're going to lay her or both of them girls to rest. Okay. Um, and then we're going to do sort of a symbolic baptism, a symbolic cleansing of our minds and our energy and our spirit and our being, so that we can move forward, so that we can refresh, so that we can reboot. And so we have these phenomenal activities that, yeah, we're going to do it virtually. And for those who sign up, you'll get the work instruction sheets, you'll get all the information that you need, you'll get the material, you'll get the contact information. And a lot of our coaches, some of our coaches have agreed to do some free coaching sessions, and some of our coaches, you will have to pay a small fee, but there will be a fee, and they're more than happy to do a discount for the fee. But you can have one-on-one coaching for the weekend. You can have group coaching. Whatever it is that you're going to need this weekend as a coach, as a woman, this is it. This is going to be for you, and it is going to be phenomenal. And I haven't even scratched the surface of what you're going to get. I haven't even touched the surface. Seriously. I'm just giving you a high level summary of what this virtual event is going to be like, what this retreat is going to be like. And so as you sign up, when you sign up and you leave your deposit and you pay for your spot, you'll get all the instructions, you'll get the sign in, you'll get the information, you'll get the tools that you're going to need. And hopefully most of the stuff that you need, you're either going to have it already in your house, or you can go to the dollar store or Walmart to go get it. So it's not like it's going to be a phenomenal cost, and most of the stuff that you're going to need will probably be in your own house already. And we're going to give you the list of all the supplies that you're going to need. And yeah, and we're going to have a great, awesome, amazing time, so that you as a coach can refresh, release, and reboot. And that's what this whole virtual retreat is about. And we're also going to do mindfulness meditation. I'll be leading that. So we're going to, at 8 o'clock, we're going to sign in. And from 8 to 8:30, we're going to do a mindfulness guided meditation, so that we can start the day in a brilliant, mindful way. All right, ladies? All right. I hope that you guys are going to attend, and that you can see the value and benefit of being part of this event. And plus, you get to network with people who are doing it. You get to network with myself and fellow coaches who have made successful businesses, or who have careers in coaching with other organizations. And you're going to be connected with these individuals. You'll get to network with them and build relationships. So this is a phenomenal opportunity. And we do have spots for about three more coaches, I believe. So if you would like to be a coach as part of this event, please email me, coaching@rereadycoaching.com, or you could visit the website. I'm going to put that in the chat, reready.com. And you can also email me. All right, so I just put that in the chat box. So yeah, so definitely contact us if you are interested in being a coach. We have about three more spots left, and we have about five more spots for vendors. So we would love for you to be a vendor. If you have a product that's, especially if it deals with self-care, especially if it deals with helping people find work-life harmony, especially if you have a tool or a method that will help bring some type of benefit to the lives of coaches, whether you are a VA, whether you have a product or a service that can help coaches, ooh, excuse me, that can help coaches, please contact me, because we need about five more vendors. And yeah, this is going to be a phenomenal event. And so for vendors, there's no cost, there's no fee for you to vend. So please come. And if you would like to participate in the event and you're a vendor, you get a substantial discount for your participation. If you are a coach and you want to participate, we're actually paying a stipend to the coaches that participate. So, no, we're not asking you to do it for free. Aren't you glad? I'm telling you, I believe that, people should be rewarded for their hard work. And I know a lot of times when you do these kind of events, people want you to do it for free. Remember, we said freebies can sometimes suck. And, I'm not going to say I haven't asked coaches to do certain events for free. There are certain events I will ask you to do for free, but something of this magnitude and this size, nah, I'm going to pay you. So if you're interested, my dear coaches, please feel free to reach out to me. But I want you to also understand I'm looking for a particular type of coach. If you are ICF certified, you will definitely get preference. So the amount of years that you have, your certification, your credentials, and where you stand as a coach is going to be very key to be a coach part of this particular activity. I have also opened it up to Read Ready coaches. So, and this is why I said if you are a site member of Read Ready Life Coaching, you get first dibs at these types of events and these types of activities. So this is not too late to become a Read Ready site member. So if you become a site member, you're part of the action immediately. So I say all that to say I do hope you guys are going to attend the retreat. And we do have coach training programs coming up. I'm sorry, June 1st we have a course. May 26th we have a course. So if you guys are looking to certify or credential your coaching skills, if you want to become a Read Ready coach, and I've told people all the time, even if you are already a coach, even if you've already did training, it does not hurt to continue your professional development. You will learn something. I am sure you're going to learn something new. So it is time to sign up for coaching. We have classes starting May 26th and we have classes starting on June 1st. And if you took the coach demo for $39.99, one, we reimburse you your training course. Let me back up. So if you take my $39.99 coach training demo, and basically you get a certificate of completion, you get about four of the lessons out of the full coach training package that I have, and you do develop your skills. So, and you get Read Ready credit. So what happens is we will transfer your credits and we will transfer the $39.99 to one of our coach training programs, either the 4-week one or the 16-week one, and so you get that 39.99, you get it back, plus you get 50%, no, 40% off of your tuition, right? If you buy my coaching book, Coaching for Success, which you can find on Amazon, you get 50% off the training course. So, sign up for training. We're starting now, 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 now. And I'm going to put those all in the coaching link. Don't get me wrong, in the chat link. So you'll get to see how you can register and how you can get all of that information just by clicking the link. And I am extremely excited. And again, if you want to save on your tuition, I'm telling you right now, everybody, go ahead and buy the book or um, take the demo course. There's a lot of ways, become a Read Ready site member. All of these are ways you can save on your tuition and make it economical for you, or just pay the full price. It depends on you and what you'd like to do. Either way, you're going to get a phenomenal experience. I tell you that right now. It's going to be a phenomenal experience. And I just put the information for the training course in the chat, and I am about to put the retreat link in the chat as well. So, those are all of my announcements for now. And so I hope you guys are still with me. So now I'm going to wrap up. I'm going to wrap up the earlier discussion about freebies. Um, and so going back to the whole concept of freebies, you know, I am of the school of thought. Oh, where did my water go? I am of the school of thought that you should do freebies. I like doing freebies. I think freebies are a good thing. Mm, excuse me, you guys. I had to get some water because my throat is really parched. Um, I do believe in doing freebies. Now, there is a school of thought where they're like, no, we will not be doing freebies. Nope, 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 nope. I'm going to charge for all of it, every last bit of it. I'm charging for it. Um, and so, with that being said, if you don't feel comfortable doing freebies, don't. Absolutely, positively don't, especially if it makes you feel some kind of way. But it does boil down to you have to ask yourself, what do you want to get out of doing a freebie? what will the freebie serve for your client and for your business? So for me, like I said earlier, doing free services, doing or having free tools, giving certain things for free, it serves as a try and buy. I want you as a client to know what you're getting. Now, you're not getting everything. Please don't think you're getting everything. And I believe what you get is damn good. And yes, you can still use it with great success. It just might take you a little bit longer if you're doing it without purchasing a service. It is what it is. But for me, I want my clients to feel good about their purchases. I want them to know you're getting a phenomenal opportunity. And I'm confident in my services and my coaching skills and what I'm bringing to the table. So I don't mind giving you a test run. I don't mind giving you a test ride, a test drive. It's the same thing, and the reason why I came up with my coach demo. Now, at first, I was giving it for free, and it was one of those things. I'm like, well, hell, people are getting a certificate of completion, and they're getting value. I should charge for it. And so at first I was charged, like you heard me mention the 39.99 coach demo. And then I realized, no, I think people should invest in this because they can use this information immediately. Like the information you learn in my demo course or my mini course, you can apply because you're getting great service. You get a lecture with the demo. You get activities. You can apply the information if you purchase the 4 week or the 16-week course. So you're getting a benefit. So I said, well, I shouldn't give it for free, but I didn't want to charge the true value of the course because the true value of the course is probably around $200. But I said, you know what? You can give it for a very small nominal fee and it's still a try and buy because at the end of the day, you'll still get a certificate of completion. It'll still develop your skills. If you decide you don't want to do any further training, cool, but you've learned something. You've learned something that you can apply, and you'll feel good about your purchase, and you'll feel good about 39.99. And if you feel like yeah, it wasn't what I wanted, it's only $40. I mean, we spend that on more frivolous stuff in other aspects of our life. To get something where you can still learn and take away something from the course, eh, is worth the $40, regardless of what you do with it. And the thing is that you kind of get to incorporate that into the bigger picture. So I gave you this example as a way for you to see how can you come up with what makes sense for your coaching practice. Are there certain things that maybe you can charge a small nominal fee for? You don't have to say it's free. Certain things you might go, you know what? I'll do this for $20. I'll do this for $15. I won't give it free because I also believe that people do need to invest in themselves. And sometimes people don't know how to associate a value when something is free. And even if you say it's going to be a $10 investment, a $20 investment, a $40 investment, it kind of gives people an anchor. Your prospective client gets an anchor on the value that they're getting. And a lot of times they'll say you've given above and beyond, and they'll feel like it's worth doing the extra work and paying for the bigger premium service. But I also have found, and there's studies on this actually, and there's a couple of studies that talk about, you know, when you give somebody something free and you have them pay a small nominal cost, they're more willing to do the work because they put the money in. And they've done research. They said they found that $20 was a good fee for something that you would normally give away for free. right? So this is just stuff to think about. So if you have a struggle with giving free, charge a smaller nominal fee, right? Or l- bring it in or incorporate into the bigger picture. I know a lot of people in IT, like my husband has an IT company. He has his own IT consulting firm, and he'll charge a $75 service fee, but if you hire him, you get that back. That's deducted from your invoice. So it's kind of like that mindset. And that way, well, if you don't hire me, it wasn't a total waste of time on my part, I guess, or on your part, since you're the one that's doing the charging, right? So it won't feel like it's a waste of time on your part. So these are just thoughts, ideas. You don't have to do any of this stuff. It's just something to give you ideas, something to think about. And so I am way past my time. I upgraded my my podcast, and I just realized I actually went almost to an hour, and that is beautiful. And so I hope that this information is helpful. Please think about what freebies mean to you. Think about how you can set boundaries up. Think about what school of thought are you with? Do you believe in the free or do you believe in the fee? And it's okay either way. It's about structure. It's about how do you want to structure what you're giving. And you don't want to feel remorse or anger or resentful because you gave something free. So that means that, some self-reflection on what this would look like for you and what freebies mean to you is a good first start to figuring out what it is you really want to do with your freebies so it doesn't suck. Because giving stuff away can suck when you feel like you've put so much effort into it and there's no return. So consider releasing, just I'm letting go of any expectation, let it go, and then deciding where the boundaries are. This is how much I'm comfortable giving away for free. And if I'm not comfortable giving it away for free, then I'm going to charge a nominal rate or a nominal fee instead. So that I feel like, well, heck, if you don't hire me, it's okay. I mean, and you can set your services up just like a lot of other service providers do. I'm going to charge you a service fee and I will reimburse you that service fee if you hire me. I mean, there's ways you can work with it, and that way it won't suck. Freebies won't suck. They don't have to suck. They don't. And like I said, I have found that it has worked for me. But just because it worked for me does not mean it's going to work for you. You have to find your comfort level. And I do believe that after you contemplate this conversation and you play it again and you think about it, you'll start to come up with what your freebies look like. And you might not change anything. You might be happy with how it is. Or you might make some tweaks here and there so that it makes you feel better. And if you feel good about it, I'm telling you, your clients are gonna, and your prospective clients are gonna feel amazing. They're going to be happy. So I'm going to leave you with that. Please remember, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. Follow me, comment, like, share. I have tons. Oh, yeah, and YouTube. I'm still building my YouTube. YouTube has been very difficult for me to get around, but I'm going to figure that one out. That is the one platform that I'm like, but I'm going to figure it out. But I say all that to say, enjoy your long extended weekend. I hope you guys stay safe. I know that a lot of the states have lifted a lot of the restrictions. I'm just going to ask you guys still be mindful that the COVID virus is out there. Wear your masks. Don't be in crowds of more than 25 people. Try to keep it less than 20 if you can. Just be safe. Just be safe. so that you can fight another day, so that you can live another day, so that you can do some great work another day. Just be safe, not just for you, but for all those who you love, who you care about, and the people that are around you. So go out there, everybody, and create awesome sauce for yourself and for others.